Oh, that's awful. I thought I had the microphone on. Hold on. I remembered this time. I was like, this is such a stupid title. I don't know what else to think. Hi, hello. Yeah, the microphone settings are gonna change like every single time. Is it just me or is the game a little loud? It's fine. I'm really trying. It's like too loud on... I don't want to... No, I don't want to see the information about the stream on my screen. Here, I'm covering it up. It worked perfectly last time. It worked perfectly last time. Covers up the stream information, but leaves the chat clearly visible. Okay. Yes. Yes. What was I saying? Oh, was I gonna... Yeah, I couldn't fit this. Hold on. I could not fit this in the stream overlay. And to my recollection, this is a real Twitter exchange, back when it was Twitter, between Russell Crowe and some random ass Twitter user with a, conveniently, with a profile, with an, we used to say icon or like avatar back in the day, with an icon of a pit bull, username T-Bones. Fight back. No. One sec. God, why do I have so many layers? It's fine. Fight back! Fuck humiliation as news. Fuck denial of climate change. Fuck hatred over education! Media should not be the enemy of progress. Fuck liberal Hollywood. Just keep acting, pretty boy. Leave politics alone. Simple facts. I'm not pretty. I'm not your boy, you simpleton. Send me your address so I can visit you and explain my passions. Like, this is the most organically Lungworth exchange. I'm pretty damn positive this is real. I don't know why there aren't timestamps. I want it to be. And if it's not, I don't care, because it's them. It's so them. Here, actually, I have an idea. Can I make this the BRB screen? Sort of. It doesn't quite work. You know, it kind of looks funny there with Yumihiko. Hold on. I'm gonna add a text element. We'll play the game in a... You know what? Save this BRB for later. So we're 3 minutes in, we haven't started the damn game. Okay, let's go. Middle, find the eyewitness. Oh wait, there's a... I haven't met the... Let's see. Just after finding... Oh no, I'm not spoiling it for you. Oh, from the bridge. Okay, just making sure. Not like I can't go back anyway, but without further ado. The kidnapped turnabout. No, not that one. March 13th, 1:22. What the fuck? Oh, I hid the capture card. You're silly. March 13th, 1:22 p.m. Gatewater Land main gate. Chased out like a pair of peasants.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Kay?
There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is?
You really shouldn't steal anything. However, I'll bite. What shouldn't a thief steal?
A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with, ever.
That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kay. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands. When I apprehend the murderer myself.
Oh, right! And I'm gonna work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go!
I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder. Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe! Mr. Edgeworth! The stadium! Hurry, sir! This is supposed to be hush-hush, but they found a witness at the stadium. A witness? You! What did we tell you about leaving your assigned post? The jig is up! Mr. Edgeworth! Remember that I'm always rooting for you, so go get him, sir!
Aw. Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves.
It's not all fun and games, Kay. It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. Oh! Is the game volume too loud? I don't think so. Is it? Aww! Yeah, okay, new art. It has, okay, god damn it. This is what I mean about, like, heteronormativity and shit, where it's like, oh, well, it's not even heteronormativity there, it's, like, I don't fucking know the word for it, but it's like, oh, blue things are for boys and pink things are for girls, you know? Make it have eyelashes, so that way we know it's a girl. That shit annoys me. But it's really cute when it's like a car headlight accessory. You're always gonna get me with those. March 13th, 1:42 p.m. Stadium. I thought there was a witness here.
Yeah, I don't see anyone.
Mr. Edgeworth! No, that wasn't her, but you'll see her.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Let me find a good Emma voice.
Long time no see.
You are Miss Emma Sky, correct? This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lena Sky. Lana? I think it's Emma and Lena. Emma and Lana? Lana Sky. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor. But I thought she'd gone to Europe to study forensics.
I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad?
You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes, scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit.
Oh, I seem to remember playing this game on spring break. Did it come? I think? I'm not gonna check right now, but if it came out in, like, if the Western localization came out in, like, the spring of whatever year it came out with, that would track.
But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit.
I see. I can't look at anything? What is this? I assume this is another Badgermobile?
Yeah, but it's a different color than the Blue Badger's car.
Yes, this is the retina-searing pink model. Retina-searing... What is this, the fucking... Coliseum? It's not that I don't want to talk to Emma, I just want to see what I can find. I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown in these past few years.
Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. But I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Sky. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday, and I'm training to become an unstoppable great thief. A great thief?
Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on.
You bet we do.
Do you want to look at this first?
This is the symbol of a prosecutor, right? But I don't think I've ever seen you wear it, though.
Well, I'm not as enthusiastic about wearing it as you are with your pin badges.
I know, right? I mean, I really wanted to put even more on today, actually. Oh, hey! I like yours, Kay. Do you have any extras? Sorry, Sorry, but there's only one of these in the world, and it's proof that I am a great thief.
So, why are you here, Emma?
Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And then I heard that you'd come back too, so I raced on over here. I'd really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I just missed you.
And how exactly did you know that I was here?
Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you.
Oh, the little DS, that's so cute. It's not a DS, it's probably like a touch PDA. This was super high-tech looking. A little pocket computer for 2009. You gotta remember, 2009. A little pocket computer like that was crazy. It seems like really, God. It's so weird when a video game, when you notice the video game aging.
Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. I used these to track your footprints, and I followed them straight to you. This set is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. You spray this chemical on the ground, and when you shine the special light on it, zing! The footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking.
Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. Oh, Edgeworth. Oh, that's right, this is... No, this is after... Okay, so if it's 2 years after Rise from the Ashes... This is after Trials and Tribulations, right? Well, that dates it. Whenever... Okay, so that dates the game, precisely. In universe, that is. So, Rise from the Ashes took place... That's the final case in the very first Ace Attorney game. So it's part of the first timeline. So 2 years later, if we're there 2 years later, that's somewhere... I think Trials and Tribulations. How? Edgeworth... You know what? We can tell by the ages. 27, okay. I think Edgeworth was 26 by the end of Trials. I think they're all 26 by the end of Trials and Tribulations. I think. It's been a while. I haven't played the trilogy in a really long time. But Edgeworth, you literally... Oh yeah, that's my point. It's like you have a... You get to play with some gadgets of your own. Or has he not yet? That's what I was wondering. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. Yeah, I mean, I guess she has been following you. Second person to be following Edgeworth for no particular... I mean, Emma has an ostensible reason. Her outfit, her updated design is so cute, by the way. This is what you do. Why? And it wasn't even Fuse who did the character design for... It wasn't. It was somebody different. It was somebody entirely different for the Investigation series. Because, like, Pearl's... oh, you know, she's older. Her older design in Spirit of Justice, she's slightly taller, and she has a little lock of hair with a bead in it right here. And it's like, yeah, it's Pearl. I don't expect her to look a fuck ton different, but like, can you do a little bit better than that? Can you do a little bit better than Edgeworth with glasses on? Can you do a little bit better than Phoenix? Well, I guess it makes sense that he'd clean up for court, but... Fuse's character design drives me fucking crazy. The character design is so bad in Spirit of Justice, dude. You want to talk about retina searing? Look up the final boss of Spirit of Justice. Go ahead and spoil yourself, by the way. It's not worth it. God, that's like that venom in my voice. I'm in a good mood today. I promise. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about?
Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me.
Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right away now, pal, he said. What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking.
So let me guess, there's been a murder, right?
Yes. Unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes. But I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? What's that off in the distance?
Oh, hey! It's the pink badger! Badger, get! Woohoo!
Badger, 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 badger. Just what does she see in these silly things? And why do I have a sudden craving for portobello mushrooms? Tough love? I think that's a new one. Emblazoned on the sash.
I think this badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Are you, by chance, the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak badger dance.
You're gonna have to... Mr. Edgeworth, you're gonna have to try! We have to make first contact!
And she starts like trying to communicate in badger language. And he's like, "Okay." He doesn't want to like dissuade her because she's having so much fun. Like, she's gonna tire herself out eventually. Like, eventually meaning in like 15 seconds. Kind of attention span we're working with here. She's such a fantastic foil to Edgeworth. Not foil, like, yeah, she's a foil in like in a different sense than Lung is, but she's like, when you think Edgeworth's assistant, you need to have someone as Genki, as someone as upbeat and all over the place and like, yeah, let's fucking commit arson, as Kay Faraday, to complement him just being stuffy.
I can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore!
No! Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago. That was... Okay. Momentum. I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief.
Edgy Pooh! Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really? I was trying so hard to keep the kids' dreams alive by staying in character, but you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking, so I'm just going to be direct.
I had a bad feeling before, but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare.
So, you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger? Oh, you could say that. But right now, I'm just the Pink Badger, dearie.
She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman.
My name is Wendy Oldbag.
Kay, the elderly are a plague on this planet.
Mr. Edgeworth? You think so too?
Edgeworth's like, wait a minute. I'm being a bad influence. He's like, that was something a friend of mine said.
You know, I'm really surprised you have friends at all, Mr. Edgeworth.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. You just seem like you don't want them.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. You just kind of have that face about you. My name is Wendy Oldbag. But you can call me Wendy or Granny or whatever suits your fancy. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday. Why do I care about a young whippersnapper like you?
Why is she God, she is tsundere. Fuck, I just realized that. Oldbag is tsundere. Like picturesque.
What
do I care about a young whippersnapper like you?
Yeesh. I was just trying to be polite.
Look at this.
Go on, Edgy Poo! Show me anything and I'll tell you all about it!
Very well. What do you think about this?
It's nothing special.
Somehow I figured she'd say as much. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met? Oh yeah, the running gag, if you're not familiar, is that she and another character are constantly, like, and a different character, and Maggie, Old Bag, and a different character we're gonna meet later are constant, like, running gags are like they're constantly going through new jobs. They constantly have a new gig. And they're usually inept. They're usually very bad at it. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met?
Huh. I go where I'm needed.
It reminded me of the fucking dude from LA Noire who was the security, he was the witness in like in the consul's car case. And then you meet him again in the street crime. They're perfect for each other. They can complain about whippersnappers hooting and hollering and throwing their balls through their windows.
I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. I get called in all the time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are, talking with two young girls.
It's like, no, it is not like that, Miss Oldbag.
Men are all the same. It doesn't matter how old they get. Oh, they always get with young girls. He wouldn't get my husband, but with an 18-year-old, I don't see what he sees in her at all.
You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth. Kay, please, I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her any further.
Okay.
Okay? He leans down a bit. Not like so much that it's patronizing, but he just sort of like looks at, like, to look her dead in the eye. He's like, okay? Like, he's serious. Like, they're like it's a life or death matter. And it is. It sucks. He's being... No, it's just I'm having the slow realization that, like, the whole Oldbag's whole character. I mean, yes, but just putting a name to it, it's like her whole thing is sexually harassing Edgeworth. And being a bitch. I'm going through some shit, IRL. I'm fine.
Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness.
Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today.
I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true. She is the witness.
I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag. The elderly are a plague on this planet. I really shouldn't have said that in front of Kay. Now she's going to repeat it, isn't she? That's what kids do. Damn it! But I don't feel any differently.
Oh yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder!
You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes?
Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me.
I thought she was gonna say, sounds like
Fun!
What old bag witnessed?
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Oh. Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes. I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately.
What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Edgy Poo? Well, anyway.
She's like, oops. It's not your fault, Kay.
She's like, sorry.
He's like, it's not your fault, Kay. That was my unfortunately.
Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady. Do you really think that, Mr. Edgeworth?
And he's like, I know she's gonna be able to tell if I lie to her, because she's got that, you know, she's at that age where she can see through, where she can see right through. No, she would have been kicked out of the kids next door. Because she's like 15 or 16. She's a teenager. What old bag witnessed?
I came to this stadium to take a short break.
Hold it!
You mean you took a break from being the pink badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive.
And I'm sure being that costume is fucking sweltering, I bet, in the Japanifornia heat.
You smell of sweat, your hip creaks with pain. You even begin to dream about work.
I've heard that too. That's even worse. Fuck, you can't even get a break from work in your sleep. There's some, like, if that starts happening to you, like if you're working in your dreams, I think that should be like a symptom of something. And that whatever that something is you need to stop working right now and just like stop working until you stop having these dreams, or you need to stop working here or something, because that is really fucked. I'm not sure I even had dreams about being in school when I was in school. Then again, that was a different kind of pressure, but anyway.
You smell of sweat, your hip creaks with pain. You even begin to dream about work. That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know. Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
So what did you see while you, the pink badger, were resting?
Oh, yes, that. Well, as I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area.
Hold it!
You saw two men? Can you describe them for me?
They looked like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over.
Just for the record, it's not funny that that old bag runs around sexually harassing Edgeworth. If I was laughing, it was because I was like having that uncomfortable realization. Because like I first played these games when I was like a tween, and it's just like, oh, funny old lady has a crush on him, but it's like, no, this is legit sexual harassment though. It's like, Lung's like, hey, you sure a restraining order won't work? Edgeworth's like, why have I never thought of that? Well, it might not work. And Lung's like, yeah. Fucked up thing with that, huh?
They looked like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that.
But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful.
Oh my! Don't tell me you're jealous of those two men. Hey, she's right! You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if she meant that, like... She can't... Okay, like, but I just don't think she's humoring Oldback. You do seem pretty worked up over those two men, Edgeworth. What are you trying to say? Kay is a lesbian, alright? She's always talking about, like, how she wants cute girls for her band of thieves. It's adorable.
Hey, she's right! You do seem pretty worked up over him, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous.
It's alright, Edgy Poo. Those two were just foals compared to a stallion like you.
Like, stop! You can't say this shit!
I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground.
That's where we're gonna...
Hold it!
But not yet. You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place?
Absolutely! That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired. You didn't try to go help the person that got shot? I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat! What could I have done?
For personal reasons, it's very cathartic to interrogate Old Bag at this moment.
I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat! What could I have done?
Call the police.
But I took off as soon as I could find someone who could help.
That's good. 2 men, 1 bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony.
Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory? Self-centered, aren't we?
While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Yes?
So, about this new problem.
What is that giant grin on your face for?
Do you want me to show you something really nice?
I wonder if he's being... We'll see. No, thank you.
Don't be so mean! I swear it's something you're gonna like.
What is that gadget you're holding?
What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief.
Ah, I should have known it would be worthless. Fuck you! Shut up, bitch!
Aw, don't be like that! What do you think now?
What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air.
I'm gonna input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what this will look like remastered.
Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing.
No.
Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
What is this?
This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief.
Little Thief? I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I used it like this... Let's see. Miss Oldbag said that the 2 men were facing each other. And then a gunshot rang out, and the victim fell to the ground.
Ah. So with this, we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past.
See? So, what do you think?
I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days.
Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu after all.
Indeed.
Oh, but if there isn't enough information, or if something's out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange.
In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony?
You got it! You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you have considerably high reading comprehension for your age, Kay.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
It was. I'm sorry if it didn't sound like one.
It's okay. It's a thought that counts. You got it. You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right now, this simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. And if you're thinking like, okay, where did she get this? We'll learn where she gets this. Right now, this simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. More dialogue, and if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification. Let's go!
Feel free to examine anything in this simulation the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got Little Thief with me, so you just let me know, okay?
Begin investigation. Stadium. What a fantastic gadget, Kay.
Kinda looks like a Tamagotchi, doesn't it?
Tamagotchi?
Yeah, didn't you ever have one of those?
I'm not sure that they were a thing when I was your age, Kay.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you're really old.
She has that, like, with a kind of a wry smirk on his face. Like, I know that kind of pushes your buttons. He's like, whatever. He takes it in good spirits. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right. But
if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction.
Huh? What? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? What does show the... Okay, I'm thinking. Because if he was shot and fell to the ground... So, if the exit point... Put on the webcam for logic and trick. So the entry point was the lower right abdomen. No, that's the left. Lower right abdomen. So it's like right here. Exit point, lower right shoulder. How the fuck do you shoot some... That indicates that he was shot from up above. How the fuck does an exit wound come out from your shoulder, something that was fired into your abdomen? You must have been standing on top of something. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? When you say show missing item, is it tangibly connected to this piece of evidence? Or are you gonna make me go through? Are you gonna make me go through this shit again? Oh wait, actually, I haven't examined this fully. I think this was in Comic Sans the first time. I don't know why. I just had like a memory of this being in Comic Sans. I could be wrong. Examine it. It's the victim's pendant, which is shaped like a horse.
It's got a real dignified look on its face. That makes it worth all the more. Oh no, Mr. Edgeworth!
What? Did you find an important piece of evidence?
This is made of platinum silver! That makes this thing super valuable! I've seen this type of jewelry at a lot of stores before, so I know it when I see it.
Okay. If you ever laid so much of a finger on those pieces of jewelry, like kind of like he's concerned for her, right? Like, don't go, like, I obviously can't control what you do, but like, please, Kay. You know the Constitution.
Duh!
You always have the right to remain silent. Prosecutors Alright, I'm going to tell you a secret. The police, they're going to wear you down whenever you want to ask for a lawyer, because that means that they...
Mr. Edgeworth, we're doing an investigation. I don't have all day, Edgy Poo!
Listen. Just... great thieves have more ought to have a bit more self-preservation than to run about admitting their crimes.
What? Me? I never do something like that.
Is it possible that she's never wanted to steal from a jewelry store before? Who hasn't, honestly? The name Colin Devoray is engraved here.
I really admire people who carve their own names into a pendant.
Oh? Then why would that be?
You have no imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you ever think that maybe people want to have their loved ones always nearby?
It's not as if I have a wedding band. And I have no interest in accessorizing. Oh, that cravat, that jabot says otherwise.
I suppose. Anyway, you know what? More than wearing flashy accessories, I'd rather be engraving my name into every treasure I can find all around the world!
A sign of affection is one thing, but blatant vandalizing is just a bit different. Okay, I have an associate who adores the pyramids, but if she were to carve her name into the side of one of them, she would be arrested and absolutely prosecuted.
But I'm not gonna carve my name in the pyramids. How am I gonna get to Egypt, Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, there are a lot of things to steal in Egypt. Have you ever entered a pharaoh's tomb?
Have you?
Well, no, but I am not suggesting you do this.
Take that!
This is the contradiction.
Huh? Is something wrong with my recreation?
If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one?
Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right?
Right. The fact that there was no blood here cast doubt on the witness testimony.
Edgy Pooh! How can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down! You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. Why is there no blood around the victim's prone body? It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer?
Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into Little Thief.
She has a point.
You can't take shortcuts, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not that easy.
Well, worth a shot. I'm trying to, it's in the interest of stealing time.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't steal time. You can only save it.
What would you do with a time machine, Kay? And it's like she blue screens, like she's been waiting for somebody to ask her that question all her life. And he's like, hold that thought while I look at this.
I can't do that and Little Thief at the same time!
It looks like they broke the stage down. The stage I saw this morning in the center of the stadium has been packed away.
I guess this means they're done for the day.
Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. Can I still talk? Yeah, okay. Logic time? The victim was kidnapper. Why is there no blood? Stage is packed up. Ah, it's close. I can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. There we go. The costume is soaked in blood, that's it. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume?
So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers, huh?
I think we can reasonably assume there is a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside of one of those stolen costumes...
Then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground!
Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume. I like to think that, as this progresses, Edgeworth just, he'll explain his well, that's what's happening. He'll explain his line of reasoning, and then Kay finishes it for him. I like to think that he's because usually it's the other way around, where he has to explain everything autism brain. And how old is Kay? She's 16, I think, isn't she? 17? Oh, she's 7. Really? She's 17? And I thought she was 16. Investigations went well. Okay, but it's just wow. This 17 is pretty young to be able to make those connections. I mean, not that 17-year-olds are stupid. I was a stupid 17-year-old, but You know, like, she's really putting it all together and keeping up just perfectly. And I think he's endeared to that. And her search for the truth, of course. Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume.
You'd think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. But the problem is finding them, since there don't seem to be any around.
Wait, what did she say? What did it say?
But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around.
Capcom! God, I don't want to do this! I don't want to do this because it makes me look like a persnickety, like grammar freak. Capcom! Were these in the original? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those. Talk to me, Kay.
Yes.
So, you believe that this gadget will provide us with the proof that we need?
Yeah, of course. Pretty neat, huh? By inputting info like this, it can recreate the crime scene exactly as it was. Although, Little Thief was originally intended to be a training sim for heists.
A training sim for thievery? I don't believe I can turn a deaf ear to that, Kay.
It's for practice! Practice! It's not like I've actually stolen anything yet. Besides, we're in the middle of an investigation, so stop nitpicking.
Even if it is just practice, I can't exactly endorse the act of stealing. Although, admittedly, this device is rather useful in investigation.
Bank heists are a victimless crime, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not... Like, the look on his face is like he starts to say, like, I disagree, but halfway through he's like, Kay's like, they're the most... She's like, they're the coolest, like, least violent crime.
Nobody has to die in a bank heist, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, everyone gets traumatized during a bank heist.
Only if you do it wrong. Jeez, nobody gets it.
So, how am I supposed to use this to aid my investigation?
Oh, that's right. I guess I should explain how to use it.
Wait, hold on. Wait, give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Oh,
okay. I thought it ended on a comma, and I was about to have the fucking coronary.
Oh, that's right. I guess I should explain how to use it, huh? Objects outlined in yellow are things that are not present in our time, but were in the past. Things outlined in a dotted line are things that exist now, but didn't in the past.
I see.
You can examine and interact with replicated people and objects as you normally do. You can even present evidence whenever you find an inconsistency.
She has a big vocabulary for a 17-year-old, too. It's just like, you know, for talking casually. You know what I mean? Kindred spirits. Oh, alright, I have a niece now.
Yay! Do you know I have 2 dads, Mr. Edgeworth?
Do you?
Uh-huh.
She doesn't seem really want to talk about it much more after that. She kind of sounds like a little sad. He's like, oh, well. They must be worried about you, Kay.
Nah. But look, you can even present evidence whenever you find an inconsistency. Oh, and be sure to point out mistakes in the recreation with evidence, too.
Very well. Let's continue with the investigation.
If there's something you don't get about Little Thief, feel free to ask anytime, okay?
Thank you very much, Kay. This is useful.
This is amazing! Just feel the power of science.
Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints.
Ah! Finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed.
Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me! My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything.
Make sure it's not Kay's voice. Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area.
Okay. Stand back now and witness the power of science at work. Whee!
That's so cool, the blacklight in the spray bottle animation. If it was there in the original, and I think it was. Yeah, it was. But they were very simple. They weren't nearly as detailed, of course.
Hey, I found something. Look, right there.
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth.
These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume.
Kay's like, I want to put them on! Let me put them on! I want to see him! I want to see him! Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest.
Then... Oh god, I'm just... Imagine Edgeworth wearing these. Like these, but they're pink. I really need to get a new pair. These, but pink. Pink lenses. Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Victim's costume. He was likely wearing one due to the footprints due to the shape of the footprint. That's a weird way of wording it. Due to the what's the shape of the footprints and the lack of blood.
Okay. In that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters.
Parameters? That's a hell of a word for a 17-year-old to just, like, throw out. You know what I mean? Love her.
Can't wait to see what we find out from this new info.
I don't know why that's funny. I don't know why that's funny. Paired with the gunshot. So, the victim was wearing a costume when he died.
And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention.
What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. He's like, oh, God. Forcing himself to do this. I think that's new art of Old Bag, too. I seem to remember that close-up being from, like, one of her original trilogy sprites that they just carried over into Investigations, but they might have... Like, to save time. I'm not sure, though. What Old Bag witnessed?
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. So, does this mean that Miss Oldbag's testimony has a contradiction in it?
Yes. And I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See? I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now, let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldbag to put into the recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. Rebuttal what Old Bag witnessed.
I came to the stadium to take a short break.
Hold it!
You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping
Okay. It's still the same testimony. It's the exact same testimony. Two men facing each other in that area. The person who was shot fell to the ground. Did it? Let's see. He was likely wearing one due to the footprints in the shape of blood. Don't make me present this again. Don't make me- You're not gonna make me present this again, are you? Because I know that's- but it's like, does the game want it? Want that from me? And like, Old Bag couldn't know this. Well, yeah, but we're just trying to get it. And the person who was shot fell to the ground. Well, yeah, you do fall to the ground after getting shot. Typically that does happen. Well, in most cases, some people just get shot and don't even flinch. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Don't worry, I didn't give you too much. I didn't give you too much to deduce what I meant by that. I know, trust me. The lack of blood around the the lack of blood around the body suggests that the victim was killed elsewhere and then moved, which implies that there should be evidence of blood at the real murder site. Let me look at her other statements. Two men facing each other, facing each other. Yeah, but yeah, they. Well, let me just press it. Yeah, it's the same thing. The person who was shot fell to the ground. Like, I know what the contradiction is, but I don't know what they want me to give. Bullet entered. If you're gonna make me, this is like the third time in a row I have to present this.
Objection!
Okay, good. I was gonna be very upset if you were gonna fake me out like that 3 times, Capcom. This piece of evidence says otherwise.
Great job, Mr. Edgeworth! She's so lost, she's just staring blankly at you now.
Ah!
What, I thought you'd be happy about that.
Normally I would, but now it's more to my detriment. And this piece must not be what I'm looking for. I can't let my guard down. I must stay focused or I'm done for. Fuck. Person who was shot fell to the ground. Two men facing each other. Oh, hold on, let me look at the... Let's see. Entry point lower right abdomen. Exit point right shoulder. So he would have to have been shot from below. The shooter must have been beneath him for that to have happened. How was I gonna point that around? That's right, they couldn't possibly have been facing each other.
Objection!
No. Hold on for a second. What you said just now in this piece of evidence.
What is it now? If you have something to say, then out with it already.
Never mind.
This is the first time I've seen you make a face like that, Mr. Edgeworth. That's because it's reserved all for me. Only I get to see it.
Oh, so that's why. I'd appreciate it if you kept your morbid fantasies to yourself. Let's see. Two men facing each other. Loud gunshot. Person who was shot fell to the ground. Dun 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 dun. Actually, no, that's right. How could you tell that they were 2 men? How could you tell that they were 2 men in the costume? How did you know there were 2 men? It could have been anybody in that costume.
Objection!
2 men? How did you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time.
Ah!
Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony.
Ah!
I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier.
The second tier?
Hey, didn't you say it right? Didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? That was, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense.
I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there. Now and again to take a nap. I can't see how you could have gotten a good. I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. So high up.
Were you able to see even the victim's costume from all the way up there?
Well, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow.
It was in the shadow of the stage. It was hard to make out the killer and victim that Oldbag saw in the stage's shadow.
My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know. Not like when I was young, huh? People would call, I just a man, and they also noticed me in a flash and tried to make their move, but you know, men, they just come up to you and ask for your phone number and everything, and they just back you and they corner you into this situation. What else are you supposed to do? But Edgy-Boo, you never do that, that's why.
Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You got it! She's right, though. She kind of spits facts along with saliva, like, every once in a while. Like, maybe it's like 98% saliva and 2% facts.
I think that is a very accurate assessment of our witness's makeup, Kay. Begin investigation. Stadium. This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume.
The silhouettes can change depending on the information I input. But Little Thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away! We may even find more info with which to make an accurate sim. So investigate away! We may even find more info with which to make a more accurate sim.
With which to make a more... Like, you know what I mean? Just kind of... She says... You know, Kay, you're a little verbose You're a little verbose. Just like a certain prosecutor. Alright. Sounds like a plan. Can I look at these? Yep, broke the stage down. Logic, homework? Stage was packed up. In the shadow of the stage. Must have occurred at a different time then. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay. Oh man, it's clipping.
I can see that. So, hard objects have no collision with Little Thief, correct?
I thought you didn't know anything about technology, Mr. Edgeworth.
I mean, I know I wasn't born yesterday, Kay. Anyway.
No, Mr. Edgeworth, you have to tell me. Are you a gamer?
Okay, I don't see how that...
You are, aren't you?
I plead the fifth, Kay. I love that amendment.
You're a gamer, Mr. Edgeworth. I know it. You're a gamer, aren't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please keep your voice down, please. This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume.
The silhouettes can change depending on the information I input. But Little Thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away. We may even find more info with which to make a more accurate sim.
Alright, sounds like a plan. I hadn't realized I'd already read this. There is clearly
A contradiction here!
Please stop stealing my lines.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at that time.
Yeesh, I told you I got it! Do you feel the need to explain everything?
Well, yes, I do. It's nothing personal, it's just that... Well, I'll explain myself, and then for some reason that information is misinterpreted, and then I need to explain it again, and then it will be misinterpreted again, and then I have to explain it again, and finally just...
Go through a bunch of drafts and revisions until you get something that sounds like what you wanted to say but doesn't actually really sound like you wanted to say because it went through so many drafts like a PR statement?
Yes, Kay. He looks at her like, yes, Kay. Yeah. Exactly. Just kind of like weirdly at peace for a moment. Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbeck? Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage. See? Now, let me update the info in the simulation.
That doesn't work either. Investigation complete. Ding. Oh, hello! Well, well, well. What do we have here? Well, 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 what have we here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Oh, we brought the whole squad. Agent Lung! How nice of you to join us. I genuinely think Edgeworth enjoys spending time with Lung. I do. I think he and Lung are more compatible than Phoenix. Oh, but Phoenix did everything. Good times don't always equal good friends. This is my stream, damn it. This is my interpretation. Agent Lung! How nice of you to join us. Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes. Agent Lung, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium. I see. Thanks. For what? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? He's like, thanks. No sarcasm? He's like, no, thanks, I appreciate it. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that?
Little Thief is not a toy!
You too! Sir! Very fast. And there you have it. You see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Okay, she's 17. You're 27. Who are you trying to impress? Edgeworth. Agent Lung. Pick on me. Not the 17-year-old. And he's like... Yeah, you're right. He's like, I'm sorry, Kay. He's like, what was your name? Kay? I'm sorry, Kay. I'm sorry. My beef is with the prosecutor, not the crow girl. Now this is a recreation. So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer? Of course! Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. It's time for him to circle him like a wolf. Edgeworth slowly takes notice of that over the course of the game. but he thinks it's too interesting to comment on, and he doesn't want Lung to stop doing it because it's kind of engaging. It beats just like standing around talking to somebody. At least he gets to follow him with his eyes, turn around a couple times. Agent Lung's logic. Ooh. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed. How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime? He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see? Thank you for understanding, my little crow girl.
I'm not some common crow. I'm the Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend. And I'm not your little girl.
Yes, Agent Lung, she is nobody's little girl. Right. Yeah, of course. He looks at Edgeworth. He's like, it's the muscle memory. And Edgeworth's like... But Edgeworth has like a coquettish air about it too. He's like, why do I feel confident flirting with this meathead? Perhaps I just answered my own question.
I'm not some common crow. I'm the Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion is yet to be tested. So let's see how well it holds up. Rebuttal, Agent Lung's logic. This is the real scene of the crime.
Hold it!
Looks like we found the real crime scene first. Ha! Brag all you want, but we don't have all that free time, unlike the two of you.
You know what you remind me of? A dog licking his wounds as he whimpers home.
Well, I guess I should be thankful for all the time you saved me. Shizya. That's how we say thanks in my country. How do we know? Yep, there's confirmation that Zhongfa, at least the national language is Chinese. We know that much about it. Pretty much nothing else. Well, except for what we learn in the game, and that's not a whole lot else. Please make investigations 3 set in Zhongfa and make Lung as your partner. I'm gonna like move everything off my desk. I'm gonna like blow everything off my desk if I shake my tablet too hard. Zizia. That's how we say thanks in my country. You're welcome. I hope he realizes we didn't do all of this for him. No, yes, he does. I think he does. I think he's just thanking you. I think he's just being polite. Lung is like aggressively polite. It's kind of cute. But I'm here now, so I'll be taken over. As I was saying, this is where the crime took place. Officer Meekins lie in wait for the victim on top of the stage.
Hold it!
Lying in wait? How did Officer Meekins even know the victim was going to come here? Simple. He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
Objection!
Huh. And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper? You see how often Edgeworth smiles? When he's talking to Lung, as opposed to like when he has rebuttals with others. He doesn't have the smile sprite as the default, he just has his resting bitch face. Which is very severe, very, very, very severe case of resting bitch face for him. I feel so bad. As someone who suffers from it herself. It's a struggle I can relate to. I have a half-baked theory that this is actually like a leftover, like, evolutionary defense mechanism. You know, like those moths that have like the shape of a skull on, like, they have this pattern on their wings that's in the shape of a skull, and it really freaks out other predators. It's sort of like in that same vein. Like do not approach. Ha! And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper? He's a cop. You mean his motive? Who knows? And who cares? You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail. No, you need that before you... Yeah, we do... No. We have to prove that he committed the murder first. Well, no. We can't arrest him, Agent Lung. There's something called due process. I know what due process is. You think I was born yesterday, pretty boy? I do not, handsome man. I'm requesting clarification in your words. Lung is like taken aback. Like you can see just like the look on his face when he hears Edward say handsome man. It goes from like, handsome man, like what? Huh? Shit. You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail. You have no respect for the order of law. Don't get me wrong, but I need more than there's no motive to convince me otherwise. He's right. The lack of a motive is a rather weak argument by itself. So, the officer lay in wait on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. Do you think he wears eyeliner? I would love it if he did.
Hold it!
So, you agree with how our recreation turned out? Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time. Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage. Lung's like, look, I'm really trying to get it across to you. I appreciate what you did. But I'm here now. Do you see what I mean? They're perfect for each other. But it doesn't sound like that, you know? It sounds like he's just trying to throw his weight around. They both make terrible first impressions. Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage. Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decided to put on a badger show of his own? Or maybe there's a completely different reason. What does it matter? Still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on that stage and shot the victim on the ground below. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
Hold it!
So you honestly believe that what you're saying is what really occurred? Hey, you're the ones who came up with this scenario. You saying you doubt yourselves? Touché. Unfortunately, Agent Lung's conclusions do not contradict with our recreation.
Then does that mean it all went down just as he says?
No, not quite. I wonder if what we had recreated earlier was the whole... truth. Okay, I know what the answer is here, and it's to present this. Because, entry point, I've been talking about that the whole time. I know it's somewhere in case 3. I need to find the line where you get something wrong with a rebuttal with Lung, and he says something like, go stuff that jabot in your mouth and think again, or something like that, because that is what Edgeworth wears. It's not a cravat, it's a jabot. Look it up. And it just, like, I just lost my fucking mind, because the fact that he knows, like, most people don't know what a cravat is at all. So the fact that he not only knows what a cravat is right off the bat, of course he does, he wears something with a boa, but the fact that he can make the distinction between those two pretty obscure articles of clothing that nobody wears today. Geez, Edgeworth is from the 18th century. But I just want to see what is he saying when he gets it wrong. That statement just now stands in contradiction to this piece of evidence. That thing has nothing to do with what I was saying. Now put it away! And your logic is so badly in need of repair that you might as well throw it out too. This is the real deal here. Your courtroom mannerisms are worthless at a crime scene. You dare to insult the courts? Oh, I do. You ever been fucked over in court? I have, actually. Yeah, so what's your problem?
Objection!
I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lung. Huh? I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all. What's that supposed to mean? You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible.
Huh? Why not?
Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located.
Actually, I didn't get that good of a look.
Oh, well then. He's like, of course you didn't. Why would you want to? It's normal that you didn't want to look further. Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim.
Then...
Yes. Our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above.
a clear contradiction!
You're discounting your own conclusions? No. This one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. Okay, it is the killer and victim's locations. Because he could have only sustained that injury if he was above. And the killer was below. So their locations must have been reversed for this to have happened. Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim were wrong. Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. Notice how Lung isn't like, oh, fuck you. He's like, oh, I get it. Oh, that's what it is. If this is what happened, it also explained the positioning of the gunshot wounds.
But then, what about the footprints?
Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume.
Okay, I'll try using that data instead.
Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. You know what they say about badger on badger crime, Kay. The rates are up. It's a very serious issue. Kay doesn't think that's funny. I'm joking.
I know.
Did it not?
No, I get the joke. It's just like... I don't know. Like, maybe it didn't land because you're the one who threw it, you know?
I see your point. Well, that would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lung? He's like, why are you thinking to himself, why do you talk to me like that? Huh. Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. See, look, Edgeworth is smiling the whole time he talks to him. Edgeworth never smiles at Edgeworth rarely ever smiles, okay? He never smiles at one person for this long. Huh. Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. And you know, like, when you're around somebody who you think is cute, and you really like, you can't help but smile around them. I don't need you to believe in the ship, okay? That's not, like, that's cemented here, okay? I'm just letting you know. This is not assembled from nothing. Here are my sources. Yeah, see, people who can afford college get to write theses on stuff that happened, IRL, and they can cite sources like books and other studies and stuff like that. And then there's people like me, who were not smart scholars and are dumb broke gamers. Relatively broke. Not relatively broke, not in air quotes. who have stuff like this. This is why this, like, I don't have a degree. I don't have a degree in, like, fucking world politics. I have a degree in Ace Attorney. Let me have this. Huh. Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. Yeah, see, I think he wear eyeliner. It wouldn't be out of character. Oh. Before this, speaking of out of character, do you know, in Lung's, like, in his character concept sketches, let me find it. He's shown, wait, here it is. Here it is. What is that? That's a navel piercing. Also a fuck ton of gunshots. Violet, why do you have this image saved? It was because I was pointing out to everybody else that he had a navel piercing in his concept art, and I believe that he still has that. I'd like to believe that he still has that. You can catch a glimpse of it if he's, like, reaching for something up top. Edward's like, what? But also, like, how do you comment on somebody's navel piercing? Like, what were you looking at my hips for, pretty boy? Another bit of proof. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. Oh, how long has that hair been there? Hopefully not for long. The 3 marks are indicative of the blue Badgermobile. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then, he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area. You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it. The 3 tired tread marks are very telling. However, is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Not at all. Rebuttal, another bit of proof. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there.
Hold it!
The tire marks? Yes, the tire marks. The ones there behind the stage. They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made, they must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct? Yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on that blue Badgermobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. I'd say it's the blue Badgermobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too. The 3 marks are indicative of the blue Badgermobile.
Hold it!
3 tire marks. I have to agree that the blue Badgermobile has 3 tires. Lung's like, yeah. Well, we can't agree. We can't agree that the number 3 represents 3 things. And Edward's like, yes, I suppose we can. Of course! The only thing in this park that could make those marks is that roving shop.
Objection!
Are you forgetting that there are, in fact, 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and the proto-Badgermobiles, Agent Lung.
Not so fast!
Of course. I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2. But I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things. Fair. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie.
Hold it!
Of course, you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct? Of course not.
Well, that was blunt.
But, suppose it is a lie. It would explain a lot of things. He's honest, too. Lung is very... He is honest. A straight shooter, so to speak. A bi shooter. Not what I meant. Lung is a bicon. There you go. But, suppose it is a lie. It would explain a lot of things. Like his movements and his whereabouts. Also, this is minor segue, but just tiny aside, and we won't stick on this for long, but Like, when people complain about, like, oh, why is everybody gay in this series? Or, like, why do you headcanon everybody is this or that? It's like, the default assumed canon for everything in every other piece of media is that they're straight. That's not realistic either. That's not realistic at all. So, anyway. Don't you hate heteronormativity, Edgeworth? Don't you hate heteronormativity, Mr. Prosecutor? As a matter of fact, I do, Mr. Interpol agent. Like his movements and his whereabouts. He drove the blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder.
Hold it!
So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the blue Badgermobile? It must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder. Then, he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
Hold it!
Besides the blue Badgermobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved.
Not so fast!
Recall what the Wild Wild West area looked like. Only the blue Badgermobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof enough. I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with Agent Lung's statement with regard to that scene?
Looks like the only thing that car was selling was death, not dreams.
If only what Agent Lung believes turns out to be if what Agent Lung believes turns out to be true. 3 tired tread marks are very telling, however. Is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? They stopped giving you these hints, by the way. I know it's case 3, in the middle of it, but they really stopped giving you especially in Investigations 2. I think they, particularly toward the end. I mentioned this before, but I was stuck on like the very last piece of evidence to present for like an hour. I was like, I was rethinking the whole case. Excellent for a fan patch, by the way. Like, to translate everything and translate the game in a way that still makes sense to a player who can figure everything out still. Right? There had to have been some sort of oh my god, all the testing involved. Can you get this? Can you get this by yourself without having to consult a guide? Anyway. Special interest autism brain, separate compartment. Pandora's box. Is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? And he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area. I don't think that's true, though. Wait, where are the tracks? No, the tracks were from the Proto-Badger. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the wild... Is this it? If it's not, then we still get the "you fucked up" dialogue.
Objection!
Agent Lung, if you could take a look at this piece of evidence, you'd see that there is a very big flaw in your logic. Flaw? You sure it's not your eyes that are flawed? Talk to me again when you can see straight. Maybe this wasn't the piece I was looking for after all. I guess well... He's like, speaking of seeing straight, don't tell anybody this, but I'm colorblind. Why would you trust me with that? I mean, I won't, but why would you trust me with that suddenly? I don't know, it might be relevant later. I might need some help with a couple of things. Kind of makes evidence collection and organizing a bit of a pain, you know. Well, certainly, I'd be more than happy to help you with that, if you'll let me cooperate. Next time I run into something red or green, I'll let you know. It was parked inside. Yeah, it was parked... The blue Badgermobile was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage. No. There are no tire tracks. There should be tire tracks there. It is not muddy. We have agreed on this.
Objection!
Sorry, Agent Lung, but that's an impossible tale. And why is that? Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the blue Badgermobile had never been to this stadium? Those tires are clean. Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. It's awkward. It should be, take a good look at the tires. Well, you'd have to rearrange the sentence. Take a good look at the tires. Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be seen. To be found on it, because... There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. That's not right, because on it, it's the singular. Tires is the plural. Multiple. I have a whole lot of gall saying this when I can't, when in case too, I didn't even fucking know what a participle was, but... I'm not getting paid! I'm not getting paid to translate and localize Ace Attorney games. Hire me, Capcom. They never will. Well, not with that attitude, I don't know. Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be seen. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed. Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius?
Hey, I got it! What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badgermobile?
Don't be ridiculous!
I was sleeping the entire time in the second-tier seats.
You were sleeping? Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there was yet one more roving store, as I recall.
Oh, you mean the Proto-Badger?
That's right. There was one more parking space inside that garage. And it proves the existence of a Proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lung, I suggest you find this Proto-Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. He's like, Agent... I scratched your back. Will you scratch mine? There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. You can see him tapping his fingers over his pocket. It's so good!
Hey, did you hear something?
Help. Help me.
Are you alright?
Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West with kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in? Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. Huh? What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No. They were wearing costumes. I didn't see their faces, but two. One was a woman. A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you gonna get out of my crime scene or am I gonna have to get rough? Again?
You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily.
Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you. That's right! I won't either! You hear me, you young whippersnapper?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. Just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not gonna rough either of you up, I give you my word. It's just a jab at the pretty boy, that's all. Come now, fair maidens, what do you say? Will you cooperate? Edgeworth rolls his eyes at the fair maiden thing.
Fair maidens? My, you little rascal! You sure know the way into a woman's heart.
Lung Ji says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever. Well, thank you.
Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy smatchy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement.
Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Mr. Edgeworth!
To be continued. Oh yes, I would love to save it. Yeah, overwrite this one, that's fine. Middle, regrouping with Ernest Amont. Yeah, this is a pretty... Yeah, the case 3 usually tends to be the longest. Oh my god, you want to talk about a long case 3? And this is the record. Case 3 in Investigations 2 is the longest case 3 in any game in the series. And you're like, Violet, how is that possible? Once we get into the context of that case, it's like, how could it not be that long? Okay, so I think this is gonna have to call it for tonight. I'm having a lot of fun, but I think, yeah, my voice is like, how do voice actors do it? Because they have to work for more than 2 hours at a time before they start losing, I don't know, because that's like why test streaming can be such a crapshoot sometimes, because I have to keep some of that, you have to save my voice is what I say. Anyway, I might stream this tomorrow, provided the microphone settings are fine. I felt maybe I should just say them on stream one of these days when I'm not too embarrassed. But anyway, yeah, if you tuned into the stream, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. If you're watching the VOD, thank you so much for watching the VOD. And I noticed there was a hair on my microphone partway through. I hope it wasn't significant enough to be picked up. But yeah, maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, I don't know. I have the house to myself for the next few days, so I'd like to make the most of it. Anyway,